Hello, 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 hello. Dirty Truckin'. It's currently 3:38 here on this Sunday in Detroit. There's no changes in my situation. And the job market is not looking good. Um, I really need to do something where I can work from home. That's what I need to do. And after being in here since the 10th, just being up in my apartment, I think that's what I would rather do. Because I know working from my own home, I would not have to subject myself to individuals coming around my workplace trying to cause problems or telling lies, because my apartment would be my workplace and you ain't allowed. And I think it would be best for me. I like being at home. I've been up in here since the 10th. I only went out one day. That's to go back up to that rental car company, but I was unsuccessful in getting a car. And I've been here all this time. All this time I could be generating some income working from in here. And I think that would be the best thing for me. Because technically what I do independent work for another business. And when you're doing independent work for another business, things that's subject to happen to interrupt your income. And that's what happened with me working with Uber. I kept telling you those passengers all of a sudden got in the car and started saying all this unbelievable nonsense. Then this crap with Hertz. But I think all this has something to do with me trying to move up out this apartment. On March 24th, I had put in an application for an apartment that I went and saw. My intentions was to get the hell up out of this apartment because of what they did to this journal. This journal I created. Switching it to a journal with the interior pages in black and white. And then started trying to play some fucking mental game with me. And had people already ready to respond, talking to me like I must have forgot. I didn't know my settings, none of that. And I want to speak directly to the individuals that did this. I hope you get caught. And you better not never, as long as you live on this earth, do this type of shit to me again. What you did was fucking wrong. And it was stupid. I created this goddamn shit. This is something I designed to try to market to see if I can generate me some passive income. And if they like it, continue selling it. But you come in my apartment, you got somebody to come in here and replace my original one with this shit, this black and white interior. I pulled it off of Amazon on March 15th, which is the exact date that Hertz claimed they sent that bill to collections department, on March 15th. Isn't that ironic? All that shit happened on March 15th. March 15th. Though I don't understand why these weren't selling. They were nice. It's a nice journal. It's different. It's not plain. It got 3 questions in there for you to answer. Though this ain't how my interior looked like, but it's in black and white. So maybe somebody would want it. So I went on ahead and made a decision yesterday to go ahead and republish it, get it, take it, mark it out of unpublished to back published, because Amazon has already told me there's no way that I'll be able to get my original status where I had the interior in black and white. So, and you can't, once it's published, I can't completely pull this journal off. I can unpublish it for sale, but you still be able to see it, but you won't be able to buy it. So I unpublished it on March 15th. March 15th. So yesterday I went on ahead, since Amazon has informed me there's no way. This is my original cover. So it's just the interior pages they mess with in black and white. It's not bad, but this is not the way I designed it for the interior, and this is not the way I received it for the interior. And to whoever the motherfucker in this building, whoever you are, I hope you listening. I hope you watching my video. I hope you listen. You better not never ever in your life do this fucking shit to me again. Switch something I designed. What if I did a painting and it came in here and ruined my shit? Like they did my laptop. Everything I needed to create, things I created, they done ruined. You switch my journal. And I hope they find out who you are, why you did it, if you received any sales off of this. Because according to Amazon, I didn't have enough sales, period. My sales were less than $10. So they showed one purchase, which was my author's copy. And then there was another purchase. I don't know where that was. That one other purchase may have been the individual that ordered this and pulled off this switcheroo shit. I see in the back of the book, it shows you where this copy was printed at. This was printed at, it was made in South Carolina. They got the date of the 18th of 23. That's impossible. My interior was color. These motherfuckers switched and thought of everything. You even made the date look like it was created in black and white. And where it was printed at. March 15th. So, let me tell you how this unfolded. See, these people, I need to go after them for doing this shit deliberate, because they did it to impact my credit score. My credit score, because of what they have done, has dropped drastically. I didn't have a great credit score, but it was good enough. It was good enough. Them sending me to the credit bureau about that 14042 without telling me I owed a bill impacted my credit. Me not being able to pay my bills impacted my credit. Me being late on my rent because of what happened at Uber has impacted my credit. All this. After I made the decision, I was finna move. I had actually found a location I was finna move to, but I thought my lease ended in June. But it's in August. And the place I applied to gave discounts to the big three. And I remember the lady asked me, do you work for one of the big three? The big three here is Chrysler, Ford, and GM. And we all know the story about Warren Truck Plant. That's Chrysler. Right after I sent my financial information over there, how much I made with Uber, and fill out that application, sent my financial information over there. March 24th. I did all that. All of a sudden, now I ain't got no income. I ain't got no car. I ain't got nothing. Do you realize what they doing here? See, y'all, they keep getting a hollering about just pay it, just pay it. But you're not realizing what the business is doing. I told you, every time I try to do something, they do something that causes me not to be able to do what I'm trying to do. So now you gonna do something that is impacting my credit. They need to be held accountable for that. They sent me to the credit bureau without even telling me I owed a bill. And you can't get away with that shit. You don't just tell somebody to pay something. You wrong for that shit. You can't do that shit. And Hertz knew damn well hell you hadn't even informed me that I owed that 140.42. You knew that shit. But me being without a job means I have no income coming in. Means my payments I have arranged that I can't make them. I gotta make arrangements on my bill and think about what I have to be able to pay on because I gotta make my money last. I can't keep steady paying out on bills when I ain't got nothing coming in. That GoFundMe helped me considerably with the money that was raised. It still wasn't rent. The donations have died off. They're not coming in as frequently as they did when I first created it. It's like these people got everything planned. They had it planned for what amount I was going to receive in the GoFundMe. They had a certain amount. I wasn't ever going to reach my goal that I set. That was to ensure that I'm able to maintain this apartment until I find what I need to do that's going to generate the income to stay in this apartment. Then I had that comment again on here talking about you poor. You know what he was talking about? He was talking about credit scores. See, they get on here mentioning that shit. You need to pay attention to their comments. The individuals are already on here talking about what's happening to me. He's talking about you poor. He was talking about my credit score. He's talking about what they've done that's impacted my credit score. They have impacted my credit score because of what they've done. Y'all holler and pay 140.42, but they have already done something to impact my credit score before even paying the 140.42 that I shouldn't owe, don't owe. A bill that just popped up out of nowhere. They impacted my fucking credit score. Like I say, it wasn't the greatest. I generate the income to stay here. And for that, you wrong for calling somebody poor just because they lost their job. I lost my job, which means I have no income. I don't have any money in the bank because I didn't have any money stacked in the bank because I had so many bills coming in that I was steady paying out every dollar I generated. Don't mean I'm poor. I lost my income because of a business who did something that impacted my credit score. And I knew what you were doing. Told you, I was trying to get the hell up out this apartment. All of a sudden, I ain't got no job. How quick did that happen? I applied for the apartment March 24th. April 10th, I ain't got no car. You don't see what's going on here? I keep telling you, this is what they're doing. When I try to get my life straight and get my bills straight, all of a sudden I'm having problems on the job with money-wise. Now I got so many bills coming in, I can't do nothing but work to pay the bills. I ain't got nothing stacked. I had a stash until Uber did that 6-day shit because I supposed to touch somebody and talk sexual. That lie bullshit. When shit like that keep happening, it affects your income. 6 days I ain't worked. That means 6 days I'm drawing off of money I already had. That can't be replaced or get replaced because you can't get those 6 days back. These businesses need to be held accountable. These individuals that are going around here doing this deliberate shit, lying to cause this, needs to be held accountable. You trying to impact my credit and then turn around and talk at me like, what you gonna do now? I wish I could arrest you. I wish they would arrest you. I wish they would catch you and take your ass to court. I wish they would make you pay me for everything you've done, including impacting my credit score. Businesses, you can't do that. You sent the bill to a collection agency before you even notified me of a bill. And you cannot explain why nobody notified me of the bill. And I had auto pay. My payments was current. And here you come talking about some ghost bill. You can't explain it. That's exactly what they were doing. And all of them, you know, I hate motherfuckers that do shit or find out I'm going through some shit because what somebody done to me, a business or an individual, and then turn around and tell you, after they hear your story, tell you, good luck with that. I hate that. Good luck with that. They should have never did that. None of this shit should be happening. None of this shit should have ever happened. And you should have never done this shit. I'm about to lose my apartment. I'm about to go through an eviction. I don't have the rent. I don't have the money. I don't have a car. I don't have a job. And if you can talk about I'm sitting around on my ass all you want to. This is what they did that for. This is what they did that for. This is what they wanted. This is what they got. And then they want to talk about what I'm doing. You know how many jobs I done had to search for because of this type of shit? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of changing. You know what? Let me tell you something. It wasn't until I got into the trucking industry that I began changing jobs so much. Prior to the trucking industry, I had years on the job. I drove a bus with Smart. 5 years on the job. No, 6 years on the job. With Smart, drove a bus. Worked for Warren Truck Plant, Chrysler, Daimler Chrysler, when they changed to Daimler Chrysler. But I came in under the Chrysler contract. Worked for them 5 years. 6 years as a bus driver, 5 years in the plant. It wasn't until I got in the trucking industry that I started bouncing jobs as much as I did. But you talk like ain't nobody else doing that but me. You talk like this ain't happening to nobody else but me. But what I don't hear in your talk is accountability for the individuals that caused this. Accountability for the business that caused this. Some sort of action for what they've caused. I don't hear none of that on here. All I hear is good luck with that. And what you gonna do now? No, those individuals that caused this need to tell me what I'm gonna do now. Or how about what they gonna do now to straighten this out? Because I'm telling you, if I end up going through an eviction, if I end up with a court date to go to court about this, Hertz weren't gonna regret sending me to the collection bureau about a bill. And they know damn well hell they were wrong. You sent me to the collection bureau without even informing me I had a bill. Nobody knew of this bill. Nobody. And then on top of that, I discovered that you added an amount to the previous bill and took more money out my account. $82 more and some change. You just steady taking. And then I'm looking at all this, how you just go back in my bank account and take shit without notifying nobody or even telling me you took this amount. I just log onto my account and see this shit. I'm wondering, how come you didn't take the 140.42? You took it before the bank investigated. After that, you around here taking all this money out of my account. How come you ain't do that? But you're wrong. You sent me to a collection agency before you even told me about the goddamn bill. And you got to pay for that. You've greatly impacted my credit score. They knew what they were doing. They know what to do to stop me from doing anything I need to do. To stop me from getting out of here moving. To stop me from trying to get a car. To stop me from trying to get anything. That's exactly what they've been doing. And that's exactly what they are doing. I'm not the only one they did this shit to. Did something to somebody to impact their credit score deliberately because they don't want to. What? Wait a minute. You don't want me moving out this apartment? Is that why you did that shit? You think I'm supposed to sit here and let you continue to keep coming to my goddamn apartment, switching my shit, You destroyed a laptop that cost me over $1,200 fucking goddamn dollars. My laptop, which I need to perform a work at home job, which I need to really do a better job search because I got a tablet here. You can't do everything on a tablet because you don't have the correct operating system. They destroyed my laptop in here. Came home one day. This was back when I first started trying to get on Shopify to do an online store. And it was deliberate. They were going around doing shit to prevent me from coming up money-wise. Now you done something to where you impacted my credit score because you want to see me homeless. Every day I look out the window here. People just walking around here. They rent paid. The first is in what, 2 days now? I ain't got my rent. They walking past, laughing, happy. The goddamn NFL draft was here for 3 days. Over 700,000 people attended here in Detroit. I had access. I couldn't attend. I couldn't go nowhere but sit here and listen to people talking to me like I did this. It was my fault. Even when that individual lied on me at Uber and got me put off my job for 6 days. Oh, that was my fault too. Oh, I touched somebody, was talking sexual. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to say I did that too. That's my fault too. Y'all should have never did this shit here. And whoever idea this was, whatever reason you did it for, if you thought I was supposed to call up somebody, run to them, thinking you finna, they always trying to make me take a husband, get a husband, have a husband. They was on here talking about where your husband. Why you keep talking about a fucking husband? I'm 53 years old. Why the fuck would I want a husband? I'm 53. They did this because they thought I was going to call up somebody for help. They want to see me beg for help. They want to see me out on the streets. These people's evil, and I can't wait for your judgment day. It's because the courts in this state, in this city, didn't do nothing to stop you from doing this shit. They know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because I hear you know what they doing this shit for. I hear it when you talk. You know exactly why they did this shit. You watching everything that happens to me after they do they shit. This shit impacted my fucking credit score. And these motherfuckers talking about pay it. They had already impacted my credit score. They need to be in court for this shit.